Have you ever promised yourself you will start studying or working on something important, but instead found yourself cleaning your room, watching random YouTube videos, or scrolling endlessly on your phone? That's procrastination. And it happens to all of us. But the real question is, why do we do it? Even when we know it will cause more stress later. In this video, we are going to talk about the psychology behind procrastination, break down why it happens, and talk about practical ways to overcome it. Firstly, we should understand that procrastination is not the same as being lazy, and it makes sense that we do it other than being lazy. Laziness means not wanting to do anything at all, but procrastination generally means we want to do the task, yet we still delay it. It's like having two sides in our brains. One side knows what's good for us and decides what we should do, and the other side convinces us to push it off. And we can easily explain this by saying, nowadays our lives are more faster and complicated, and we have more things, more distractions that keeps our attention away. Well, technically that's true, but still, there's more reasons beneath. We actually don't want to see them and brush off, because in deep down, we know if we brush off our responsibilities, they will not end well, and they will not provide us the most beneficial results. So let's talk about the possible solutions we can come up with. Our brains like short-term rewards. Scrolling endlessly on our phones or binge-watching may feel good at the moment, but studying only pays off later. And our brain is wired to reward that we can get immediately. That's the method that most of the social media or addiction works. They supply you the instant dopamine that will make you crave that thing later, and you do it later basically. And that's actually the result of our ancestors' habits. They were so focused on the reward they will get in short time because it was never clear they were ever going to find food again or not. That's why even though you know you will get benefits from your work, you will always delay it for something basic, like replacing your furniture or cleaning your room. So the point here is that you should make the tasks or missions you want to do more appealing so that you can trick your brain. Probably the most efficient method is mixing the thing you have to do with the thing you want to do. For example, start studying, and when you get bored, open an episode from your favorite show and watch it, or do something that you really enjoy. Or, for another example, start studying. No distractions, no music, pure focus. And when you get bored, open the music that you like to listen while you are studying so that you will get the dopamine you need and keep on studying. Sometimes it's not the task itself that scares us, but the fear of failing at it. We think, what if I try and still don't do well? So instead of facing that fear, we simply avoid it by putting it off. And this is a problem we face every day. For example, we start a hobby and give up on it after a week because we were not good enough. That's a big problem, isn't it? And it might have lots of reasons. For example, maybe your family never treated you enough when you achieved something, or maybe you're getting bullied. But no matter the reason is, it all connects to one big problem: lack of self-confidence. And we start by solving this. In order to gain self-confidence, we should get rid of the fear that makes you think you will be unsuccessful. And to do this, you will simplify the missions or tasks that you want to do. The first day you will not just start your study sessions from 3 hours or so. You will start by solving one question through. And the second day, your aim will be to solve 3 questions through. And the third day, you will aim to solve one test through. The point here is that what other people think or say is not worthy when compared to your hard work. You should go slow but steady. Many people think if I can't do it perfectly, I won't start at all. But this mindset keeps you even from beginning. Because we imagine that the final product has to be flawless. But in reality, it is not. And this problem is generally a result of scare to be judged. People generally think if someone questions them about a project, a hobby, or a competition, Instead of saying they were unsuccessful, they will basically say they didn't even try. In general, these people may seem to be easily guilt-tripped, and it will help them to take action. But unfortunately, no, it won't. So instead, we should break the perfectionist mind and encourage them to be brave. This is harder than the other headings, but still it's not impossible. If you are a perfectionist, you can start by analyzing charts. Look at the grades of an determined student. The results will be bad at the start, yes, but by the time they will get better, and there will be an arrow heading up, showing their full A profile. This will basically motivate your brain into working in that specific area. The point here is that you shouldn't head for the biggest aims at the start. You should start by something basic, like writing a sentence in a language. And if it's grammatically correct, you can feel relieved. But your aims will get better by time. Firstly, you will pass A1, then A2, and one day you will be fluent and be brave enough to talk in that language. You have to focus on yourself and your aim entirely, and you shouldn't compare yourself with others. You may be A1 in 2 months, and someone else can be A1 in a month. This doesn't matter because you are different people. You have different types of learning, and of course, this is affecting the duration of your learning time. But it doesn't matter because in the end, you both acquire the same result. Research shows that procrastination is strongly related to willpower. If self control is like a muscle, then the more we use it during the day, the weaker it becomes. By the evening, many of us have no mental energy to fight the distractions. That's why we should simplify the tasks enough until we will do them without getting tired. And in order to do this, we will have two main steps ahead of us. Starting with the first one, you should decrease the time as much as you can so you won't get tired while doing them, like reading 2 pages per day or working out for 10 minutes. They may seem inefficient at the start, but by the time they will get longer because you will get used to them. And eventually, the second step will happen. They will turn into new habits for you that you will do without even thinking about them. And you will finally overcome delaying urgent works by integrating them into your habits. But you might ask, why is delaying our works always a bad thing? Well, it has some basic answers. Firstly, it will stack the jobs or works that you have to do and will cause you to handle them inefficiently. So basically, it will affect the result of the work that you are doing and will cause you more stress. And at the same time, it's an endless loop. One day you will drink or smoke, which will cause you to feel bad, and the other day, because you are feeling bad, you will drink again in order to get rid of this feeling. And this will go on until you take an actual step to break this loop and live the life you are dreaming of. So, in conclusion, it affects both the results and our mental health. Procrastination is something we all deal with, but it doesn't have to control our lives. The key is to understand why it happens and take small but consistent steps to push through. If you came across with this video while avoiding something important and scrolling endlessly on your phone, then this is your sign. Close this tab and start doing the responsibility you have to do, even for just 5 minutes. Because one small step is always better than none. And don't forget, the 10 minutes that you will spend today will shape who you are in 2 years.